I'm anxiety. Where can I put my...
Could she have been there all along? Hey everyone, this is Ritika. Welcome back to my channel. Earlier last week, I posted some thoughts on the recent teaser to Inside Out 2. And of course, I'm very much excited about it, even though I am potentially more scared. But hey, we all have that, right? Right? I'm not the only one, right? You see it too, right? Either way, I was just thinking about it the other day and something just struck. Where did anxiety exactly come from? And I know you'll say that it's because Riley hit puberty that anxiety made her appearance, and I know. But there's a reason why I reached this question, and there's a possible answer that I came up with as well. So, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I explore a theory about Disney's Inside 2, and maybe also the first part actually. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on the same. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share if you enjoy it. Thank you for watching. In the new teaser, we met a new emotion, anxiety. And all of us know that we will be meeting 3 more in the movie based on the poster and the names written in the teaser. This is exciting, yes, but there were some things about anxiety's quote unquote birth that had me question if she was there all along. Because, if Riley suddenly got 4 more emotions, then wouldn't her parents have also had those same emotions in their brains when we went inside their minds? Or maybe even more. In fact, no one whose minds we observed in the end credits had more than 5 emotions, not even the teenager. So, if Riley suddenly had 4 more, could there be more to the story than the obvious?
Oh, I'm sorry. We wanted to make such a good first impression.
What do you mean, we?
Now I know what you're gonna say. Of course, Riley's parents or anyone else did not have more than 5 emotions. They weren't thinking of a sequel movie then. Which is true, yes. But if you're writing a sequel, then you ought to address the previous storyline too, right? Else that's just shoddy writing. Isn't the whole point of a sequel to continue with the story instead of, leaving it then and there and taking the parts that work for you? So they will have to address this aspect, right? Else it's just going to be a loophole, and a very bad one at that. And just because you haven't planned for it when writing the first part does not mean that you will not take it into account when writing the second. So naturally, they will have to cook up some reason for why the other emotions only now came into existence, right? And I trust Disney, at least the old Disney, to make up a good enough reason. The current Disney has me scared, but I'm keeping hope. Either way, if they end up doing a crappy job of it, I figured I could come up with a theory too because, why not? I mean, they are professional writers, but why not? And here is my theory. You remember how joy was born? There was a flash of light, and there she was. And sadness? She appeared out of the blue as well. But anxiety? She came with bags. Now, if she was an entirely new emotion, there's a very high chance that she wouldn't have had baggage with her. Plus, she mentions that she already knows the other emotions. Joy didn't know of the existence of sadness until she suddenly arrived. Anxiety knows that there are other new emotions. Could it be then that all 4 of them were there all along, just in hiding because it wasn't yet time for them to come out? Because, think about it. A, Riley's mind is really too big, right? And B, there is no way that Riley didn't feel boredom or envy or embarrassment or even anxiety before. In fact, the ride to San Francisco was pretty boring, and she did mention how bored she was. Riley ended up getting embarrassed on the first day of school, which we know from her dreams too, and she was definitely envious or jealous of her best friend's new friend. So, you know, she felt them for sure, but maybe because she's hitting puberty, all of them are hitting her more seriously. A little bit clearer now that she's growing and making sense of them. This would also explain why no one else had them, because these emotions were very much present, but since those people weren't feeling them more dramatically or seriously in those particular moments, They didn't step out of the shadows. So, sort of like how some emotions go to sleep at some times of the day. Does that make sense to you? This was my theory, but does that make sense to you? I would love to know your thoughts on it. Do drop by in the comments to share what you think. Thank you for watching. This is Ritika signing off for today.